You're listening to FX Radio.
Hey, it's FX Radio. We're so glad that you're here listening, and we were so glad to see you at FX Live, and we can't wait to see you again. But how about that food fight? Did you ever think that you would see a food fight at FX Live on stage? That was insane, wasn't it? But you know, Vinny got his Thanksgiving after all, and it was a lot of fun, wasn't it? Well, we're wrapping up the big idea of gratitude, and these big ideas, a big idea is simply a virtue that reflects the nature of God, and it's something that God wants to see us living out in our lives so we can change the world around us. It's that simple, and we're wrapping up this idea of gratitude, of saying thank you. And I can't think of a better month to have talked about gratitude than November, when we end it all with Thanksgiving and a big feast to celebrate and to say thank you to God for everything that He's done. How cool is that? All right, you heard it at FX Live. Here is one more song about gratitude. It's simply called Gratitude.
Listening to FX Radio.
Okay, here's the thing. This is like my favorite time of year because back to school is long gone. We got through Halloween. We just finished wrapping up Thanksgiving. That means the holiday that's left is Christmas. Everything turns into Christmas. It's so cool. You go into the stores, it's all Christmas. You turn on the radio, it's Christmas. Everything points to Christmas, and everything points to Jesus' birthday. I just love this. And guess what? We are turning into Christmas too. FX Radio at this point is officially Christmas. I mean, it's so cool. But you know, it's so easy to lose perspective and all the hustle and bustle and all the stuff that's going on. And I'm excited that we're going to focus on generosity in the month of December. We need to be reminded about what we should get wrapped up in this year. In fact, James 1:17 says, "Every good and perfect gift is from above, coming down from the Father of the heavenly lights." So we know that God is the giver of all good things, but we also know that God's generosity has a purpose. Here's a classic redone by the one, the only Yancey. Have yourself a merry little Christmas.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas.
FX Radio. Hey, I have my buddy Hayden with me today. Hey, Hayden.
What's up?
So, Hayden, what do you like about Christmas?
Getting presents.
Oh, yeah. Is there something you really want really bad this year?
Yes.
What is it?
An Xbox 360, X60, or a PS3.
Oh, that'd be pretty cool.
Yep.
What's your favorite game?
Modern Warfare 2.
Modern Warfare 2. I hear a lot about that game. That's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
All right. What do you have a favorite Christmas song?
I have two.
All right. What is it?
Jingle Bells and A Nice Nice Christmas.
A Nice Christmas? I don't know that one.
We have like this play every Christmas at my school.
Uh-huh.
And my grade is singing A Nice Nice Christmas.
Well, I have good news and bad news, Hayden. Yeah, the bad news is I don't have Nice Christmas.
You don't?
So I can't play that one. But the good news is I do have Jingle Bells. In fact, I have a nice version of Jingle Bells. Here it is, dashing through the snow. Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh.
What's that big idea for December?
Generosity. Making someone's day by giving something away.
Very nice. In fact, in the first week of December, as we talk about generosity, we'll listen as Jesus tells the parable of a rich man, and that's in Luke 12, verses 13 through 21. This rich man gets wrapped up in storing more and more stuff and ends up losing everything that really matters. And the bottom line for that week is people are always more important than stuff. That's right, people are always more important than stuff. And we have a great memory verse for the month. Hey, Hayden, what is that verse?
Be rich in good deeds. Be generous and willing to share. 1 Timothy 6:18.
When we realize that it's really just a lie that stuff makes our lives better, then it becomes easier for us to be generous. Just like Hayden said a minute ago, we define generosity as making someone's day by giving something away. We can't really live generously, though, unless we believe this basic truth. I should treat others the way I want to be treated. We talk about that a lot at church, but if we live our lives believing that we should treat others the way that we want to be treated, we're going to live a generous life. It's that simple.
Joy to the world, the Lord is come.
FX Radio. Check us out online at myfxlive.com.
FX Radio.
In the second week of December, we're learning that you can't take it with you. A rich young ruler has a big question. It comes from Luke 18, verses 18 through 25. And it's interesting because Jesus really wasn't after the guy's stuff. He was after his heart. Jesus knew that this guy was trapped, and he wanted to set the guy free. But you see, the question that this rich young ruler had, it was real simple. It was how to be saved. And Jesus knew that the thing that was trapping this guy from completely following Jesus was that he was trapped with his stuff. And Jesus wanted to set the guy free. And the bottom line for the second Sunday in December is this: don't let stuff get in the way of loving Jesus. Living generously shows the people around us what we love and trust in the most.
Kid Talk.
Hayden, what is the best Christmas gift you've ever gotten in your whole life of being a kid?
The best Christmas gift that I've ever had in my whole life was, I've got to say, my computer.
Wow. So you got like a whole computer?
Yes.
I mean, like with everything, keyboard and mouse and... Oh, a laptop, so it had the keyboard built in and everything.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So you still have that computer?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. Pretty good gift.
Yeah.
You know, I remember when I was your age, I got an Atari. Do you know what an Atari is?
No.
An Atari, see, I'm feeling old now. And you said you wanted an Xbox 360?
Yeah.
Well, in my day, when I was your age, an Atari 2600 was the same thing. That was like the best game system ever made. It was one of the first ones.
Really?
Yeah. And it was really cool. I mean, you had these little things that you couldn't even... It looked like tanks shooting at each other, but you couldn't even really tell they were tanks because they were like little blocks. I mean, it was pretty. You'd laugh at it today if you saw one. But I bet your parents know what it is. But I got an Atari 2600, and I thought that was the greatest thing I'd ever gotten. And I got a bicycle, and I got a train, I remember that, and they were pretty cool.
Ooh, I remember one Christmas I got a dirt bike.
Oh, that's pretty cool. That's awesome. Do you still have it?
Mm-hmm. It doesn't. I need like a new charger for it.
Oh.
And the first time I got it, like a week or so after Christmas, I rode it, I crashed into the fence.
Well, you know, it's fun to talk about our favorite gift that we ever got, but what do you think the greatest gift of all time and all of history was?
For me?
For anybody, for everybody, the greatest gift ever.
Jesus?
Jesus, that's right. The greatest gift ever given was Jesus, because God came to earth as a person, and he was born as a baby, and he grew up, and he showed us how to live, but more importantly, he died for us so that we could be saved and be with God forever someday.
But didn't he rise again from the dead?
He did. That's a whole other holiday, though. We celebrate that on Easter.
Oh.
He did. He died on the cross, and then he rose 3 days later. And so on Christmas, we celebrate Jesus being born, and then on Easter, we celebrate the fact that he rose from the dead after he died.
So it's like Christmas, then 3 days later we have Easter?
No, there was some time in between. So Jesus was born and he lived 33 years. He was 33 years old when he died on the cross. But after he died on the cross, 3 days later, then he rose from the dead.
But when do we celebrate it? Like 3 months later, or?
I don't know how we determine what day Easter is. We look at the calendar and there it is.
Yeah.
But it's on a Sunday. It's always on a Sunday.
We let everybody else do it.
Yeah, somebody else figures out when the actual day is. But that's when we celebrate. That's Easter. But we're celebrating Christmas because of the greatest gift ever given, and that was Jesus. And this song is called The Greatest Gift.